Good. So we're in like a loop. Okay. All right. I'm going to hang this up. Okay. All right. Oh, look at all the green behind my shoulder. Okay. Let's see who's here. Hi, everybody. This is my very first webinar, and I have had to learn so much new technology. Athena, Linda, Tammy, Ulrika, and Vicky are here. Let's see, I'm gonna run you through how this program works really quick, just so that we have a really nice interactive experience. If you see the place where you can raise your hand, raise your hand. See if you can find that. There's one, there's two, there's three. Okay, raise your hand and keep it up. I will lower it for you once I, welcome, Roy. We are testing the hand raising function. Can you raise your hand for me so I can see that you know how? All right, and somebody is on the phone. Welcome. I don't know if there's a dial-in number, if there's a way to raise your hand when you're dialing in. Just not sure about that. Okay, Roy, can you raise your hand? I'm gonna lower everybody else's. Lower all hands. Okay, now you should be seeing on your screen a Be Happy and Grow Rich show with me and Rocky and the Be Happy First logo, and then down in the bottom right, a YouTube clip from Dancing in the Moonlight. If that's what you see, raise your hand. Except for the call-in listener. All right. Okay, very good. Awesome. All right, now if there should be a little window when you click over my image, there should be three little squares, a little one, a medium-sized one, and a big one, and that determines how big my head is on your screen. So you can make it small, you can make it big, whatever makes you happy, because I will not know from here on out. Let's see. All right, now do you see where the Q&A thing is? There's the chat. Thank you. You know what? I recommend this to everyone. I have coaches and mastermind partners and friends and people who love me all over the world, holding me in the greatest space possible and really imagining and picturing and holding me that I'm going to deliver just exactly the information that you are here to hear today, because there are no accidents. There's a reason why we're all here. Okay. I'm going to assume that you all know where you found the question and answer. There's question. Yay, I'm answering you live, Athena. Nice. And I want to check one more thing about the chat. I'm going to show the chat over here. Are you all able to see the chat window? If you are, raise your hand. All right. Okay. Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right, I think I got this. You know, I had to learn so much new technology. What do you think about the the room that I'm sitting in, because that's not a real room. Linda Jones, I love you too. Okay, now we're gonna see how this goes. I might be answering questions and things as we go through the presentation, or I might just be talking nonstop and answer the questions at the end. We're just gonna have to kind of see how it goes. So what I want you to do right now is grab a piece of paper and a pencil, because I'm gonna give you some really, really important information today, and you don't wanna miss that. So see if this works. Yes. All right, cool. So this is the Be Happy and Grow Rich show. And the reason that we're here today is to talk about energy, to talk about how your thoughts are shaping your world and how you are the creator of your world and how you can really empower yourself and feel the joy of knowing that you have the power to create what's around you. And if you don't like it, it's totally within your power to change it. So we're here to empower you today. And when we say be happy and grow rich, we do mean money, because money is the currency with which we move in this human experience at this moment. And we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and this experience is supposed to be joyful, and it's supposed to be expansive, and we're supposed to do and see and be everything that we want to do and see and be. And so you need money to do that. So we do mean money, but we mean rich in every way. We mean in your health, in your relationships, in your I like to call it joyful work, and in your time and money freedom, and that you should be free to go and see beauty and experience things and continue to grow, because when you stop growing, that's when you start to die. And so that feeling of wanting more is natural. That's infinite source trying to express itself and to expand itself and to expand the universe through you. So that's what we're here for today. We go through life kind of in a backwards psychology of, well, I'll be happy when I get this. I'll be happy when I achieve that goal. I'll be happy when I get into this school or get into that school. Or Leo has come to join us. It's my webinar, so my pets get to come if they want to. But so we put happiness on the other side of the cognitive horizon, because we never get there. If you make your sales goal, well, you're going to set another sales goal. If you get this great job, well, you're going to want another great job. Whereas if we completely flip that around and we get to that happy, positive place first, then all of those great things that we think will make us happy, it can't help but come to us. That's the law of the universe. So that's why I named my company Be Happy First, and that's why that's what I am all about. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about me as we go. But what I want you to get right now is that being thin won't make you happy. Being rich, wealthy won't make you happy. Being healthy won't even make you happy. Of course, those things are wonderful, but being happy can help you to get all of those things. So I love my little graphic of the cart before the horse. We're not gonna put the conditions before the happiness. We're gonna flip that back around and put the happiness first, so that it's the driving force of all of the other things that you want. So yes, you're supposed to wake up every day singing, I love my life, just exactly like I do. And every day I wake up and think, oh, who can I teach today to feel the joy that I have in my life every single day? It's magnificent. All right, now, everything that we do in this webinar today are examples of exercises, if you will, activities, if you will, intentions that you can use for anything in your life to help mold the outcome of it. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to take just a second to set our intention, and it's going to be relaxing, but don't relax too much. We're going to take a couple of deep breaths together and just kind of pause. And while we're doing this, I want you to think about what your longing is. What is your discontent? And your longing is what you want more of in your life, and your discontent is what you want less of in your life. And then set your intention for this short hour. It's going to be over before you know it, but set your intention for what you want to take away today, what you want to learn, how you want your life to be enhanced and enriched at the end of this time. So feel comfortable, feel grounded, feel that the chair or the earth or whatever is holding you in the air around you, just supporting you. You are supported by the entire universe. And take a long, slow, deep breath in. And gently release that. And one more long, slow, deep breath in. And gently release that. And now just relax and watch your breath for just a minute while you bring your intention for this time really clearly into your mind. Make a vision of it. Intend it. And me and God will make sure that we make it happen for you. All right, you know what I forgot to do is play the music, so. All right. All right, so I'm going to assume that you're alert and you're happy and you're here and you're relaxed and you're tuned in because we got to move on. We got a lot to cover today. I'm going to give you every single thing that I can in this 75 minutes, and I need you to do the same. So this first lesson of success in every part of your life is to be present in that moment. In this present moment is where all of your power is. And you can't create in the past. The past is already gone. Can't create in the future. It hasn't gotten here yet. So all of your power to create your life, both now and in the moments and days and minutes and weeks and years to come, your power is right now. So the vibration that you have right now is what is the absolute most important thing. So be in the present moment, be tuned in, tapped in, turned on, which is what some of my favorite teachers, Abraham Hicks, like to say. And if you are, turn off your cell phone, turn off your other distractions and say, I'm in. And put your hand on your heart and say, I'm really, really in. All right, so I want to check in with you all really quick. We all have struggles, and our struggles are all unique. It's part of being a human being. It's part of the human experience, and it's one of the things that helps us to grow. So what kinds of things are you I just love all the comments. I love you too, Linda. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Athena's in. You're a rock star, my sweet. Okay, answered. Oh, this is so much fun. I'm a lover of technology. Okay, cool. Now, raise your hand if you are here because of money. Oh, wait, hang on. Let me lower everybody's hands. Okay, one more time. Who's here about money? Raise your hand. Okay, awesome. Who is here about their health? Who would like to feel better in their body and feel better in everything? Lovely. Mary, you're here twice. That's interesting. You're gonna be twice as smart. Okay. All right, money and health are the big ones, but just for fun, who's here? Who would like to have a richer, deeper, better relationship, or would like to attract the mate of their dreams? All right, cool. So I think we are representative of the world here, and that those are the areas that we're working on. So on this screen here that you're looking at, this is everything that we're going to try to cover today. So you can see why I might be talking a little bit fast, but there are no accidents. There's something here for you, and there's a reason that we are here together today. God doesn't make mistakes, and this universe is perfectly orchestrated so that you and I are here at this moment at the same time. So we're going to talk about living a vision-based life as opposed to a condition-based life. This just means that I'm choosing how I feel and what I do, and choosing to cling to my vision instead of just reacting to the conditions that happen in our lives. And we're gonna delve a little bit into the awareness of the law of attraction to try and explain some of that. We're going to talk about how your thoughts are creating your world. We'll talk about that every single time you talk to me, and how you're not doing this alone. You have not only access to infinite physical resources, but really, truly, positively infinite spiritual resources. The whole universe is here to support you and back you up in whatever it is that you want to accomplish, and whatever dream you want to work towards. When you move in that direction with confidence and faith that you can truly have the things that you're reaching for, then the universe just gathers all of its forces to come and help you and work for you and to meet you halfway. And we are going to work a little bit on discovering and designing and testing your dreams. So that's a lot, and we're gonna get started. And okay, so your dream is unique to you, and a dream can't come true unless you dream it. You can't reach a goal that you don't set. So I'm going to tell you my story here in just a second, but first I want to tell you a fun story. There was a guy by the name of Bill Barron who was actually from just right down the road here in Erwin, Tennessee. And he told a story to a man by the name of Charles Edwin Price, who loved this story so much that he named his book after it. And the story goes like this. There was an old guy, probably, really old, in his 80s and 90s. And, towards the end of his life, he's taking a stroll down a country road, and he hears voice coming from over by a fence post. And so he wanders over to investigate, and he sees this little frog. It's sitting on top of the fence post, and it's talking. It says, "Oh my God, you see me. I'm so happy that you see me. You're my savior. You see, I am actually a beautiful princess. I was put under a curse by a wicked, wicked witch, and all it takes is one kiss, and I will turn into a princess, and I will serve you for the rest of my life and give you anything that you want." And so the old man reaches over and picks up the little frog, and she's so excited, she's ready for her kiss, and he puts her gently in his pocket and heads off on his way. And so he hears this voice in his pocket, Mister, you don't understand. Hey, please, please. And so he pulls the little frog back out, and she says, "You don't understand. I'm an exotic woman. If you just kiss me once, I will turn into the most amazing creature you've ever seen, and I will give you every pleasure for the rest of my life, for the rest of your life, for all of eternity." And the guy just looks at her and he says, "At my age, I'd really rather have a talking frog." Which I really love. So, and the message in this for us is that your dream can be whatever you want. You can choose the beautiful exotic woman, or you can choose the talking frog, or you can choose anything in between. So my story goes a little bit like this. I fell in love with God at a very, very young age. In my 12s and 13s, I wanted to be a missionary. And I was actually right about that. It just took me several decades to figure out exactly what my message was and what my mission in the missionary was. And I have finally landed there. And you are attending my very first webinar. So when I'm famous, you can say, "I saw her on her first webinar." But the rules and the regulations and some misinformation that I learned about God in my youth kind of led me off in a different direction for many decades. And I always remained spiritual. I always remained curious, and I always studied and continued to study the principles of spirituality, of law of attraction, of positive psychology. And I fell into a sales career where if you're a good salesperson, then you're training all the time. And positivity training is a giant, giant part of that, because people buy from people that they like. And so I learned about attracting clients, attracting money, attracting things in my life. And when we talk about the levels of awareness of the law of attraction, think back to this part of my story, and you'll see what my level of awareness was during these years. So I consider myself to be a great little manifester, and I could manifest jobs and trips and money, and I had some really great successes throughout my life, accompanied by some really spectacular failures, and probably almost equally, very, very up and down and kind of rocky kind of life. And I grew up in an amazing family that just loved, and we really loved each other. It was very loving and a wonderful family. But we were plagued with some drug addiction and some alcohol abuse and a whole lot of enabling, most especially from my mother, God rest her soul, who just thought her children could do no wrong, and in her efforts to support us and bolster us and be the mother that she thought she should be, she enabled a lot of bad and unwise and I don't want to say bad, but unhealthy behaviors in her children, and she kind of expected us to enable each other as well. So it wound up being that I was the superstar in my family. Even though I was the baby, I somehow managed to be more successful. And so I was the one that people came to when they needed money or needed to be bailed out or needed, this or that. And I was kind of cocky and proud of my role as the go-to girl in my family. And, and I would always step up, and I took a lot of pride in my success and my ability to manifest. Well, in 2008, I had just recovered from one of my spectacular failures, which we don't have time to go into all of those, but I had just decided to start fresh, and I liquidated everything and took off to see the world. And I was hanging out in Central America and Guatemala, and I would, run off to Europe and go on a cruise. And I thought I was doing a great job of manifesting a new start for myself. Well, I had a call from my family that basically said, your family needs you, come home. So I did, and I rushed to the rescue to save everyone, with a little bit of resentment, but mostly with a, yeah, I'm your knight in shining armor. I'll be here. I'm just saying what everybody's saying, just in case I'm gonna miss something. Everybody can see the chat, right? And you're all good with that? All right, so anyway, within a couple of years of riding back to the rescue of my family, I made some bad business decisions or unwise business decisions and had yet another spectacular failure. By 2010, I was broke and I was bankrupt, and I was homeless. I was living with my sister, and my sister was about to lose her house too. So in that year, the brother who I had spent the most time enabling and trying to help actually died at the young age of 50 years old. And my mother was in a state-run nursing home, a pauper, absolutely not a penny to her name. And my sister was losing her house anyway. And I found myself with nothing to give, not one thing left. And I hadn't helped anyone. I had depleted all of my resources, and it didn't do anybody any good. It likely did them harm, So one last time, I pulled myself up by my bootstraps and said, I know these principles, and now I know what I've left out. And what I left out was my connection to the source of all that is, that creates worlds, that is beating my heart. And instead of, I was running my life by my ego, which my good friend Wayne Dyer likes to call edging God out, instead of looking to God, the grand overall designer, life force, infinite intelligence, whatever word you want to give to that is not important, but the force that's beating your heart was available to me, and I knew that, and I finally clicked back in, and I started to do what I am now teaching you, and I created a vision for my life. I put my mother and my sister and my nieces and nephews and all of the people that I love in the hands of God, where they were already. And I got my nose out of everybody else's business. And I started focusing on my own vision and holding those people, of course, in the highest place of love and success and joy, and wishing everything well for them, just not making it my responsibility to try and create in their reality, because you can't create in someone else's reality. So I created a vision for myself, and what I wanted still, the same thing I had wanted when I took off trying to find it in Guatemala, is I wanted a peaceful place where I could regroup, where I could collect myself and figure out who I really am, and what I wanted my life to be. And I wanted work that I could do on my own schedule and still make plenty of money, but not have to report to anyone. And I wanted to live in a place where there didn't have to be any fences or leashes or really even walls. In the summertime, I wanted open doors to go everywhere, and just to be able to wander around, me and my dogs and my cats, and not hear the sound of cars, and not have to see people unless I want to get on my computer or drive to town. And I invented this very, very intricate vision, and I felt what it felt like. And I imagined every day what it was like to just wander around in my bare feet and for the dogs to come and go as they please. And I put myself in that place and I thought of it often. And as is law, as I was envisioning this, the universe started to bring things to me that would help me towards my, now keep in mind, I was bankrupt. Bankrupt people don't get mortgages for loans. I was unemployed, you know, with no real job prospects that I could see. It's once you start living a vision-based life, suddenly you see things that were there all along. You just could not see them from your level of awareness. So things started to happen in my life and opportunities presented themselves, and I just took the next step in faith and the next step in faith and the next step in faith. And so by 2013, I found my dream mountain cabin, and it's I don't take pictures very often of the outside of my house, so the only one I could find was covered in snow. But that's the view from my front porch, and that's the view from my bedroom, from the door of my bedroom, and that's the other view of my bedroom going up. We call this the stairway to heaven that takes you up into the absolutely uninhabited woods where the bears and everybody lives. And this is my desk in the early spring. You know, really anytime that it's not snowing. My favorite piece of furniture there is the Labrador, the golden retriever that lies down behind my chair everywhere that I am, and she's right beside me now. And this is where I go for lunch. This was in my vision. I wanted to be able to just step away from my desk and throw on my hiking boots and go and explore the woods and have a picnic in the woods with my dogs. And so that's what I do. And there's my favorite lunch companions. And this is the view from my desk in the spring. Lacey is the queen of lounging. She knows just how to do it. And this is the view from my desk in the winter, a pile of cats in front of the fireplace. So if you can dream it, it can come to you. And at that time, some people might think that was a small dream, but to me, that was a giant dream. And I had everything that I wanted, except that I was still almost 150 pounds, back and forth between 135 and 150 from my early 30s all the way up until very recently, the last couple of years. I would lose and gain the same 10, 15, 20 pounds, just, and then gain it back and gain it back and gain it back. And it was just, it finally clicked for me that this process works for that as well. And I started paying attention to what I was paying attention to, and I started to get in better touch with my body. I was already healthy, which is why this really wasn't on my mind a lot, because I didn't know. I didn't really get that I should weigh 30 pounds less for real and for certain. And so when I finally did get on that path, 30 pounds gone. And, I buy my dog food in 30-pound bags, and I can't even imagine carrying that around every day for 30 years. So, and I can't tell you how difficult it was to get that picture. So the Roy, who was actually my guinea pig for the Be Happy and Grow Thin program that I'm going to introduce to you later on, was supposed to come and help me take pictures, but we couldn't coordinate that. So anyway, before and after, only 6 pounds to go, 215. And of course, I'm going to continue to want more, because that's what it means to be human. We want to grow. We want to continue to see what's next. I'm going to check in with question and answers really quick. And okay, answer live done. Okay, cool. And is there anything in the chat? Okay. Cool. So feel free, if you have questions or something that you want to be sure that I cover, feel free to stick them in there, and I will either get to them as we go, or I'll get to them when we get finished. So either way, I need a clock watcher. Okay, so this is my next dream house. Maybe not exactly this big, but my next dream house is going to have room for lodging, so that you can come and have a retreat experience with me and experience the nature and the just the wonder and the special vibration of energy that's here in the Appalachian Mountains. Okay, so now we're going to kind of buzz through this part really quickly, because I want to give us plenty of time for doing your dream. Let me just check the time. 11:20. Okay, yeah, we're doing okay. All right, so the law of attraction is familiar to a lot of you because in recent days there's been movies like The Secret and just as a people, we are globally starting to become more and more aware of the science of our thoughts and how our thoughts have an actual literal vibration that has an impact on everything in the universe. And so, scientists are delving into this and finding that the teachers of happiness and the teachers of spirituality have been right all along, that there is this energy that is massive and is huge and is everywhere and connects us all. So there are 4 levels of awareness of the law of attraction. The first one is where most people live their entire lives, or don't live their entire lives. They just exist, and they arrive at the end of their life having been a victim their entire life, believing that they don't have power, believing that everything in their life is happening to them, that there are circumstances that have to do with their bank account or with their health or with their spouse or with the global economy or with, you name it, anything that's outside of your body and outside of your mind and soul. This is an outside condition that you don't have control over, but you do have control over whether you allow it to, or how you allow it to affect you and what your response to it will be. So, but most people don't know this. Most people just feel like I can't do that because of this and that and that. And so then maybe you watch The Secret, or maybe you hear a great speaker like Abraham Hicks, or you get introduced to the law of attraction. This is the most commonly bandied about law, and the law of attraction is actually a sub-law. The big law is the law of vibration, which applies to every single thing in the universe. Everything vibrates at a very specific vibration, and every single thing that exists anywhere was a thought first in somebody's head. The chair you're sitting on, the exercise ball I'm sitting on, everything, somebody had to think it up before it could exist in the real world. So this is where we're getting to the by me, and this is where you will recognize me for all those decades being a creator, but creating in the very puny little human capacity that I have without tapping into the vast resources of the universe or God or life force, whatever. So that these people are going through life and they're manifesting some things and they're making some things happen and they're experiencing this and experiencing that, and there's a whole lot of ego in the by me level of awareness of the law of attraction. Well, and then we get to a revelation, or something comes along and somebody says just the right words, and we are in just the right place to hear it, where we do finally understand that the force, that the source that created us is longing to operate through us, that is a part of us and wanting to express itself through us at all times, and the ability of the volume of the voice of God is directly related to our ability to turn up our listening volume and to tune into that frequency and to tune into our inner voice and tune out the outer voices of you can't do that and the voices of limitation, and tune into your inner voice. Then you're at the through me level of awareness, and this is a lovely place to be. And then level 4 is enlightenment, and this is where you get to understand that you really are one with God, and that there is no difference between you and God and the trees and the space and the galaxy and all of that. And you can think of Jesus as a good example of being enlightened. So I want you to think back to my story that I was telling you about, how I invented the vision for my life that I started working towards, and kind of keep that in mind, and keep in mind all the things that we've already talked about, that anything is possible. We're getting ready to dream a little bit here, and I want you to dream with an open heart and an open mind, and just really I'm just going to give you just a couple of minutes to write down as much as you can in this time, and make good notes for yourself of what you're thinking of now, and then later on go back and have a look at that and see how you like it. Okay, so there are 4 areas of your life, and I want your vision to touch on all 4 of those and put this vision in your future 3 years from now. Use a magic wand, use a time machine, use whatever you need to get yourself in that place of 3 years from now, and then start to imagine how your life would be if you had what you love. No conditions count. You do not think about age. Don't think about income. Don't think about what money is in your account. Don't think about your education, your contacts, nothing at all. Pretend that you are 5 years old and you still think you can be an astronaut because you could, you know? So in all areas of your life, your health, your relationships, your joyful work, your time and money freedom, touch on all 4 areas of these of your life and focus, if you will, on the 1 or 2 that are the biggest. And you don't have to share these with anybody. So this is just between you and anybody else that you choose to share it with. And then as you're envisioning this vision, first cloak it in gratitude. Say, I'm so happy and grateful now that, and say it in the present tense. I am the person who is living in this vision of my life 3 years from now. Be specific and be positive, and close that up with, about being positive, it's don't say I don't have this. Find the way to say it positive, because your mind thinks in pictures. So like if I say, don't think about the Statue of Liberty. Don't think about that woman out in the harbor with her arm raised and the torch and the greenish patina on her body. You know, what do you see? You can't not think something. So what you want to do is figure out the opposite of that. So instead of saying, I want to lose weight, I live in my ideal weight and my optimal health. Instead of I want to get out of debt, I enjoy complete financial freedom. I have this much money in the bank. So be specific. If money is something that you want, say how much. Set a number that feels real to you, but feels like a stretch. And then wrap everything up by saying this or something better still, because the force that created you has a way bigger capacity to create and dream and grow than you do, and you want to leave room for them to work. So hold your dream out with open palms to the universe and say this or something better still. So I'm going to play a little short video that's nice and soothing while you take just a couple of minutes to jot down your thoughts on this subject and get yourself a start to your vision. I believe that the song is about 5 minutes long. So I'm going to pause this now. I'm not, okay. This is one of the technical things that I had difficulty with earlier. So you can go ahead and start on working on your dream and buy yourself a couple of extra minutes while I'm doing this, playing this song for you. And then I'll also come back after the video and check your questions. Okay, can everybody hear that? No? Okay. Let me share. No. Stop share. Don't talk amongst yourselves. Work on your vision while I'm working on this. All right, I'm just going to let you look at this because I think it's the only way I can get it to play. All right. Can y'all hear the video? Da, da, da. Chat 2. Play from current slide, and I actually have coaches on this line that are play from current slide that are helping me. Awesome. But I don't think that this is going to play. So, okay. It's okay, we don't need it. How did that happen? Okay. Share screen. Okay. We're going to close all this stuff. All the stuff. Insert. Chat. Are y'all working on your dream? All right, I'm not sure what to do here. Okay. I hope y'all can't see my screen because let's go back to this. Screen cancel. All right. Okay. Here's play from current slide. No, it's not working. Interview. I should have just left off the song, right? Okay. Okay, I'm going to share this and we'll see what happens, okay? Share screen. All right, so somebody type in the chat and tell me what you see. All right, you see the PowerPoint presentation? All right. All right, so you can see the open PowerPoint presentation and you can see me, is that right? Raise your hand if that's right. All right. Oh, wow, Mary, you're really raising your hand a lot. Okay, cool. All right, well, then we're just gonna look at it like this. It's all good. It works just fine like this. Play from current slide. All right, so here we go. Tammy, you call me if there's something terribly wrong, because all I can see is what you see now. So, okay, so you've had some time and you should have written down what you are dreaming of in all 4 areas of your life. And let me gather my thoughts here. Oh, okay, yes, it started out with gratitude and it was very specific and it was very beautiful and vivid and it was covered all 4 areas of your life. Now, what we're gonna do is, at this point, people ask the wrong question. They ask, am I worthy of this dream? Or do I know how to have this dream? Or they really have a hard time even dreaming a dream, that because they feel like, oh, I don't have enough education, I don't have enough training, I don't know how to do that. Well, the infinite intelligence knows how. So all you have to figure out is what it is and what you would love, and then and move in that direction, and then the hows will arrive. That's the work of God, the work of the universe. So now that you have your dream, we want to put it to a test to make sure that it is worthy of you, that it is worth trading your life for. So the first question is, does the dream give me more life? And you really want a yes to all of these. And in this is something that, you remember at the beginning I was telling you, I wake up every morning saying I love my life. This is how you want to feel in your vision. You want to I can't wait to get out of bed in the morning to get on with this day that is going to be so beautiful and so joyful and so cool and so fun. So you want a yes to that. And does it align with my core values? Is another question that you definitely want a yes to. Your dream will never ever ask you to compromise your values. Never ever. So, and you know what, I don't need these because no volume. So you want your dream to align with your core values. Mary Morrissey, my mentor, gives an example of a young woman who thought that she wanted to work on a cruise ship and cut hair. But she had a 3-year-old daughter at home. And when she put her dream to the test, she's like, well, my core value is to be a good mother. And my 3-year-old very well may resent me missing a year of her life later on. And so that didn't align. So she went back to the dream board and came up with a different dream, which actually wound up being that she wanted to be a teacher. She wanted the adventure of learning and then of teaching. And so she became a teacher, and her 3-year-old was in her first class. So when her first kindergarten class, so that all worked out perfectly. So does your dream align with your core values? It will never ask you to compromise those or sacrifice in any way. Okay, and the next question, will it cause me to grow? And this is the cool, important thing. Remember we said that when you stop growing, you start dying. So this need for more, this need for expansion is natural, it's normal, it's organic, and we all have it. Human beings are the only ones who squelch it. Trees grow as tall as they can. Every other creature in the world takes all the resources it can get and is the very best that it can be. We are the only ones who listen to the past and listen to other people and keep ourselves stuck in less than our very best. So what we want to try to do is move beyond our comfort zone into our green growing edge where all of the wonderful things happen. I often step my toe over into the panic zone and and have to be pulled back into the green growing zone. And that's where the system of support comes in, where my coaches and my mastermind partners and all of the mentors, the people that we rely on each other to have an objective view of what's going on inside our lives. Because when you're inside the picture, you can't really see things clearly, and your paradigms can just come up and grab you, and you won't even realize it unless you have someone to help and to look over things with you and help you out with that. So you want your dream to be bigger than you actually know how to do. You've got to learn some stuff. You've got to grow. You've got to get a little uncomfortable in the interest of growth. And do I need help from a higher power? It's almost another way of saying it. If you know exactly everything that you need to know in order to do this and don't need to draw on infinite intelligence and help from outside yourself, then your dream's not big enough. It's not really a dream. It might be a worthy goal, but it's not your dream. Your dream needs to be bigger. And finally, is there some good in this dream for others? The universe is very, very interested in your expansion and your growth and your good and you reaching your dream and you getting everything that you want, but not just you. It's interested in the growth of each and every one of us and the growth of itself in the process. So it is an expanding universe, and you are a key factor in that growth. I have switched my screens around, so now my controls are way up here on the wall, so that's why I'm looking away from you. Don't think that I'm abandoning you. All right, let me check on your questions real quick and see if there's something important. Yes, found it. You have answered this question. Okay, it won't really let me do that. Having technical difficulties. Escape, escape, escape. All right, so oh goodness, cancel, cancel, cancel. Stop share. All right. For the moment. So what we have done here is devised your dream and tested it, and if it passes the test, then the next thing that you have to do is decide for your dream. This is not something that anyone can decide for you, and if you don't make the decision that this is where you're going to set your sights and this is where you're going to set your compass, steer your ship in this direction, an airplane is off course 98% of the time. All that 98% of the time it's making adjustments and getting back on track, and that's what we have to do too. And there's no way to get back on track if we don't know where the track is. We don't know where the track is unless we have a destination in mind. Now this doesn't have to be the end all dream, the last dream that you will ever have, but you get started, and then if you learn and grow and decide along the way that you want a different dream and you want to head in a different direction, then you absolutely can. It's completely your world and you're creating it, and you can make it any way that you want to. So decide for your dream. Can you still see the slides? Let me look at the text. Chats, Q&As, picture of the mountain, except that I can't really navigate this. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I can't. Ooh, there we go. This is all a mess. Okay. Share this screen. Share screen. All right, cool. So just because it looks like that, we're just gonna make it last. We're just gonna make it work this way. So, all right. So when we talk about putting on our dream, this is, imagine how the person that is living this life that you created for yourself 3 years from now is. What do they do? What do they wear? How do they walk? How do they drive? Do they paint their fingernails, or are their fingernails bare? And put on this person. How do they behave? Who do they hang out with? How do they spend their money? Where do they shop? Get yourself really into the vision of this person that is you 3 years from now, living your perfect dream life, and really put on that dream. And when we get to the end, I'm going to send you a link to, you can get a free coaching session with me that will help you advance further along the way towards this. And I'll share a little bit more about that with you as we get there. But anybody, let me look for questions. Anybody have questions? Chat. I see testing the dream twice next to each other, but one on the right is one further. Small slides are on the bottom. Yeah, y'all are looking at my creation screen in PowerPoint because it somehow won't let me just share this slideshow with you. And, it's not what it's about. This is an awesome tool. And it helps me stay on track, and the slides are gone. Wait a minute. I see your whole screen. How do you follow your dream if it isn't the same of your spouse's? Oh, Linda, that's a wonderful question. And I apologize for saying your name and your question out loud. I live alone, guys. I'm used to being able to just talk and nobody hearing me. Remember when I was telling you about my part of the story, that when I was telling you my story about how you cannot create in someone else's reality. And I get that when your lives are tied together as tightly as you are with your spouse, wouldn't he want you to be happy? Wouldn't you want him to be happy? And if you are being responsible for your happiness and overflowing in joy and fulfillment, and if you are loving your life and allowing him to come along and catch up at his own pace, chances are he's either going to say, no, I don't want to be with somebody that's happy. What are the chances of that? Has anybody ever been broken up with because, that actually could happen. So scratch that. But in the meantime, and I'm not saying that you leave your marriage. I'm not saying that you divorce anyone or anything at all, but you create the vision of how your relationship with him is. When you're creating your dream life, your relationship with him is how you look, and you live in that vision inside your head all the time. And that's the energy that you are generating. And whenever your spouse does even one single thing, no matter how small, that is in the direction of how your vision is working, if they are accidentally moving in the direction of the vision that you've created for the two of you, oh my God, praise them and shower them with love and really reinforce that behavior. And other behaviors and actions that aren't in that direction, just turn away. They don't have to be a part of your reality. They don't have to be a part of something that you put your attention on. Now, certainly things happen around us all the time that we have no control over, but we do have control over whether we're going to give our attention and our intention to that, and then just add energy to it. And if there's about to be an argument and you refuse to engage and you refuse to fight, there can't be a fight. How powerful is that? You're in such a powerful position by that. And we can totally talk about that just about any old time that you like, because I'm not going anywhere. I have found my mission and my purpose, and this is where I'm going to be. Okay, so one of the big things, and we are kind of getting, I don't want to keep you any longer than 75 minutes, and we've only got a few more of those left, is does anybody else have questions? And if you don't mind, if your question is private, use the Q&A button. But if you don't mind everybody else seeing your, I'm not sure exactly how the chat is working, but I think the chat might be less private than the Q&A. So I'm going to check here. All right. Okay, cool. All right, we're good with that. All right, so this weight loss journey that I was on for the last year and a half inspired me, and seeing people, my friend Roy's one, I'm sure he won't mind me talking about him, that just really have not taken the time to get in touch with their bodies and to learn about nutrition and the options that are out there, and buy into so much misinformation that is out there. Everyone is trying to create a weight loss program that is good for everybody. Well, every single body is different. And my friend Tammy, who's assisting me over here, she is a health coach. She's very, very much a specialist in this area. And one of the things that she says is that one man's trash is another man's treasure, goes for food too. She says it a different way. One man's something that starts with a P is another man's poison. But either way, you get what I'm saying, that what's good for me isn't necessarily good for you. And you and your body are the only ones who know what that is. And a system of support and education into areas that you can look for things to try and figure out what you like and what your body likes, so that you can have a lifestyle that feels good and joyous to you, that you can maintain for the rest of your life, instead of losing 15 pounds, gaining it back, losing 15 pounds, gaining it back. And the reason that happens is because your paradigms kick in, and it's impossible. There are two ways to bust a paradigm. One is through a system of support and consistently addressing it and retraining the way that you think and installing a new paradigm. You have to have a paradigm. It's our operating system, but your paradigms don't have to be. You can choose paradigms that serve you and not paradigms that are disempowering. So what we have to do is go and take apart and break down and rework those old paradigms into new ones that are the ones that fit with this slim, healthy, vibrant, agile body that we want to have, that feels good to us and gets us where we want to go at the speed that we want to go. And I want to climb trees like I did when I was a little kid, and I can completely have that. And I'm 6 pounds away from my goal. And so I'm actually on this journey with you, and have collected so many resources that I decided that we would just do all of this together. We'll create a VIP program for women primarily. I don't think we will exclude men from this program at all, but for this first VIP beta testing program that we're going to do, and the special offer that I have today, that's going to be just for women, because it's going to be very, very intimate and a kind of a self-exploration. And I think that being women only will make for a safer place for the 5 of you that are, if you qualify, going to be able to jump on board and help me to develop this program that will be women. So, but men, my guinea pig, my first beta test person is a male who released, vanished, said goodbye to 15 pounds at least in his first month or so. So it's in the initial testing, it's been really, really good. So I'm afraid to try to change this, so we're just going to leave it like it is. I don't want to risk going off into whatever. So this is what it looks like when it's all coming together, Tammy says. So okay, so we're looking today for 5 lively, lovely, interested, determined, optimistic, diligent, caring, involved, and sharp adventurers to be the first 5 beta test clients in this new program. And that this is not a lose weight quick despite Roy's results. This is a year-long journey of exploration. And in fact, for the first month, we won't be changing a thing about what you eat or how you exercise or anything about your life. The first month will be completely about developing your awareness and your connection with your body and with your habits and with your activities and how you are moving around in your body right now. And so when you become aware and you begin to measure, then you start to have the power to change and transform. And so this is starting a journey that you're going to stay on for the rest of your life. So not a get skinny quick program and not a fad diet. This is a new lifestyle. So for real, the qualifications that these people will need to have is you need to be open-minded. You need to be decisive. Decisive people, the universe awards action. And in this very important first run through this program, we need people that are making up their minds and deciding for their dream, deciding for this body, deciding for what they are going to work towards, and having the willingness to invest the time every day to do the work that needs to be done. You need to be patient or willing to learn to be patient. A lot of people will get on the scales and get on the scales and get on the scales, and then, which is okay when you're using that as a measurement and you're not getting too invested in it. But when you're beating yourself up every day, like the little girls on the scale, don't step on it, it makes you cry, then you're not being patient with yourself and not trusting the process, and using that as data and feedback to say, okay, well, this isn't doing what needs to be done. We're going to try something different. And we fine tune and we document and we develop a nutrition and lifestyle that is the one that is for you, that has your name on it. Long-term game, not short-term results. Understanding that your greatest gift is your joy. So many of us are trying so hard to please other people and to be good mothers and be good wives and be good everything, that we neglect ourselves. And then you wind up in the place where I was, with nothing left to give. And in the worst case situations when you continue to neglect yourself, your life ends early, or your life ends in sickness and disease and infirmity, and is of no quality, and you're of no use to anyone. Whereas, how much more sense does it make to take care of yourself now so that you are abundant and overflowing and giving to all of these people, enriching their lives, and staying around longer so that you can share that with them? It's to me, it's a no-brainer, but a lot of people, it's a new idea to them. So you got to look out for yourself and trust that everybody else is going to be okay too. We need you to love being a part of creating. One of the things that we're going to do is, in the first 4 weeks, you are going to be putting together the ideas and the format for how the actual official custom journal that all future clients will get. So you're collaborating and helping and being willing to work in a team. So there's an interview process that we will go through that will cover all of this, but I just kind of want you to be prepared for that, because it is pretty extensive. So the main thing is being ready to start moving in the direction of your dream. This is what's included. There's a life coaching right alongside all of your nutrition coaching that goes throughout the whole year. And our first curriculum is our Dream Builder program. That is a 3-month program. It is the beginners, if you will. This is where we start to shape and mold and address and raise your levels of awareness of what you're paying attention to. When you start paying attention to what you're paying attention to and making the choice to pay attention to things you love and turn away from things that you don't, you will be shocked and amazed and astounded at the way things start to happen in your life, the way things start to show up. And the Dream Builder is the process by which you move along, and it seems easy and it seems graceful and it seems wonderful, and you get to the end of that 12 or 13 or 14 weeks that we spend together in that, and you look back and you need a telescope to see the person that you were at the very beginning of that 90 days. And then we move on into Life Mastery, which is a 6-month program where we spend each week or each month focused on a different subject. Those subjects include intention, transformation, health, love, abundance, manifestation. And then after that is finished, we're going to go into studying Working with the Law, which is another 3-month program that is all about working with the laws of the universe. This is the Working with the Law book that is the companion to that course that is just absolutely amazing. We cover the laws of sacrifice, the law of discipline, which are not as bad as they sound. I don't have time to teach you on that today, but that is indeed what that is about. So those are those. And the health and nutrition portion, but we've already kind of covered a little bit of this because I just talk and talk and talk. But we're going to increase your awareness. We're going to help you with resources to, I'm not going to tell you what to eat. I'm not going to tell you how to exercise. What I'm going to do is help you find what is right for you and help you explore and help you experiment and help you find the foods and the activities that fit into your lifestyle that you love, that make you happy, and they're unique to you. So not a diet. Not a diet. Although I will give you shopping assistance. I am really good at understanding what is food and what is a science project or a science experiment. And so there's a lot of basic assistance that I can give you. And the biggest thing is unwavering love, support, and belief. We all have times when our belief in ourselves falters. And it's important at that time to have people, as many people as you can. I've started collecting them. I love my mastermind partners and my coaches. And they step in and you can believe in their belief until you get your own belief back under you again. And so you don't have to fall back into the old habits and the old patterns and regain the 15 pounds or, go back into the things that you left because you didn't like them. We'll be designing, and you will be having a custom journal that will help you to plan and document your amazing new life. This will include a food journal. It will include your instructions on how to create your to-be list every morning, which is another deep exercise that we do, where we put on the woman that we are planning to be that day, and we live that way and live in that skin, and with guaranteed progress. If you show up and do the work and give it your all, you are guaranteed to not recognize yourself when you look back a year from now. So it's going to be just astounding, and I'm so happy for the 5 of you. I don't know who you are yet, but I'm happy that you're going to get to be here with us. The other things that are included are all of your life and success manuals, tons and tons of audio lessons and meditations that will help to keep you on course and help to keep you teaching you on the days when you're not in class with me, which you will be once a week. We'll do a live video conference once a week with all 5 of us. So this is going to grow into being an amazing community, and I suspect that we will be lifelong friends and starting this journey together. So the 6 of us are going to do this together, and that's a 1-hour class each week, and then you each get half an hour twice a month private with me to discuss any specific issues and really do some brainstorming and calibrating of your vision, and some just intensive one-on-one coaching for 2 sessions every month, and unlimited email access to me. There you can email me as much as you want. I will probably condense them down and email them back in one response. But then again, your custom food, mood, and movement journal is included in that as well. So what does this cost? A full year of self-discovery that will turn you into a person that is completely different than the person that you are today. This is professionally assessed at $75,000. Although, if you think about it, what is it really worth to you to live longer, to live happier? What is your dream? How do you really put a dollar value on your dream? But this is the world we live in, so we have to. The price of this program will be, after this week, $29,995 for the year-long program. So you can see how giant those savings are. But for this week, this weekend only, I'm about to put up a link where you can go and sign up for your interview to go through the process and see if you qualify to be one of the 5 people who receive this giant discount. I'm going to send you a link to go and schedule that, but there will be only 5. And the class will start on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, what is that, the 5th? No, Wednesday, July the 6th. And we will only be accepting new students into that program until the following Wednesday. So July the 6th will be your orientation class, and then the following Wednesday will be the first class in the VIP program. And at that point, the program will be closed we won't accept anyone else. So if there are only 4 or 3 or 2 students in the program at that time, then that's how we will proceed. So there's chance that it could be an even smaller, more intimate group, but with a maximum of 5 people will be in this group. And for those of you who qualify and sign up before the holiday weekend is over, your rate is only going to be $9.95. And there are payment plans that are available. There's energy around payment plans, so that's if that throws you off a lot, we can discuss a payment plan, but we'll talk about that in your interview and cover that. And so in addition to this transformed life and awesome person that you're going to be after a year, we are also including a 4-day mountain retreat, which will be somewhere out in this part of the country. All expenses paid. All you have to do is get yourself here. And this is going to be an amazing time of one-on-one time with me to really delve into whatever issues are concerning you at the time, or plans that you have for the future, just really anything that you need or want to do when you're together with me. And we will explore a lot of different ways of moving our body, like yoga and hiking and hula hooping, and we may even have belly dancing, just fun ways for us to explore and try and see different ways that we like to move. And we'll include some cooking classes and some nutrition classes and shopping. But what we're going to do is kind of teach you how to shop for food. Although the farmer's market is a beautiful and fun place to shop, we're going to go there. We're going to go to the grocery store and just really kind of get a big hug wrapped around your program and bonding it together and cementing that for you in this 4-day retreat. Let's see. Oh, and free time to hang out and meditate in nature, and instructions on exactly how to do that. So I'm going to try to share my screen. Somebody tell me if you can click on the link, if that will let you. Tammy, can you? Oh, let's see. 20 pounds. Roy says 20 pounds in 30 days, not hungry. He has sailed through this 30-day process and lost 20 pounds, released, vanished, said goodbye to 20 pounds. See, I'm still reprogramming my patterns and things too. Okay, so the link is not working, so I'm going to share this link with you in the chat box. This is where you go to schedule your. So, there really is no such thing as multitasking. You cannot type and, did y'all get that? To everyone? No. The happy first schedule your session to everyone. Sent. To everyone. Or why isn't it sending? Anybody know? Tammy, if I elevate you to a panelist, can you help me drive? I am putting it in the chat. I totally am putting it in the chat. Okay, okay, it is, write down my email address for certain. If you have to go, we're at the end of our time, and so I understand if that's all the time that you allotted, but write down my email address and email me if you're leaving. Promote to panelist. Okay, I can see you, but I can't hear you. Hang on. Can you unmute yourself? Unmute audio. Okay, I can see you and hear you. I don't know if everybody else can see you and hear you.
Sorry that I just got up and just came to class, so.
That's really okay. Can you chat that to everyone for me?
I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna click out of that.
So if you click on the link, let's see, play from current slide. See what happens now. Can you click on the links now?
There you go. That's what you need.
Uh-huh. Okay, so yeah, these are the important links, and these are brand new as well. So this is my first webinar, my first time to schedule people online. All of this stuff is new. So if anything is broken, or if you get there and you don't have the time that you want, or anything at all that goes wrong, email me and you can get on the waiting list, although there's not so many of you. I have more appointments than there are people on this call. However, we are sending this offer in different ways too. So you want to book your interview just as quickly as you can and see if you can be one of those 5 people. Oh, so it's next on the important links. Won't let me change it. Next slide, how about that? All right, I think that's all that's important. I'm going to see if I can go back and, oh, I need to go back to that other screen, don't I, for those?
Yes, and I'm going to put those up there for you.
All right, cool.
I'll do that.
Yeah, I've got I just have a mess here. Like my cursor is on one monitor, but the controls that I want to control are on another. And that's, so I can't get all my stuff to be on the same page. So tell me when I can take down this. Did you copy it?
No, I'm working on it. It's not letting me copy and paste. I'm typing it.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope this has been good. Oh, and I didn't record it. Meant to record it. It's all right. This is what it looks like when it's all coming together. How did you do something?
Me?
You gave me back my cursor somehow. Thank you. No. No, no. I don't know. Can you look at the Q&A, Tammy?
No, I can only see, I can see the slide. I can't do, I can see you and I can see, wait, let's see, what's this?
Do you have the little Q&A?
I have the Q&A
Okay, click on that.
open. No, I don't have access to any of that.
You don't have access to any of that. See if I could promote you. Okay, well, it's all right. We're all good. We're all done. I'm gonna stop sharing. No, I don't know how.
Hide me, I think you can unpromote me.
Unpromote you. Okay. I'll try, Tammy. I will try.
I put on, just so everybody knows, I put on there the link for your discovery sessions, your free discovery sessions. I put on there your website, and I put on there the other link that was there. Hopefully it works.
Okay. Now I have you all back, sort of. There.
I can't see. It doesn't let me control anything. It's just letting me look at stuff.
Well, you know what? It doesn't let me control anything either. And I'm supposed to be the boss. This was fun. Now I'm kind of glad it wasn't recorded.
All good. You're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you.
The information has been wonderful, and everything is definitely appreciated. The technology piece, it's irrelevant compared to the knowledge that we learned.
Great. Thank you for saying that. I'm very glad. And I'm just going to kind of give up. I don't have control over the meeting anymore. The only thing I can do is quit. So please email me your, who's calling me? Is that Deborah Foster? Do you have an emergency? I'm live on the internet. That's okay. Allison is online watching, so I thought you might be with her. Can I just call you back? I'm going to be done in like 1 minute. I love you, bye. Allison, that was your mama. I love the global community. All right, so I'm going to say goodbye for now. Please send me an email and tell me what you thought about the program, if you were able to sign in and get your reservation made for your strategy session, your discovery session, or your interview. There's lots of choices on there, but stay in touch with me, and I so appreciate you guys. What is it? Go ahead.
Put it back to screen 4 or to the slide 48 so I can type in any other links that you had. I can't see it, so I can't add it.
How about that? Can you see it now?
Yeah, so I want to just leave it there for a minute so I can put in your email address. I already put your website.
Okay.
I can't see your, I can't read the red letters for the link to book your interview.
Okay, I'm wondering if it will let me go in there and do it now.
Copy and paste it, see if that works.
Well, yeah, and see, I'm actually doing that here, and it's just not sending it for some reason. I don't know why.
We'll have to work on that.
Yeah.
I did send in for help, but I haven't received help back yet. So.
Oh, wait, there it went.
Yay! There you go. So do that with all of them.
Okay, that is, okay.
Especially do it for the link to book your interview for the Be Happy and Growth in VIP program, because the free discovery session I put in there.
That's it. They're the same.
Oh, they are?
It's the same link, yes?
Oh,
Yes.
then I did type it correctly. So the only one I didn't add, I need to add is your email address.
Okay, got that there. Okay, there's all the links. All of the links. Oh, wait, everybody just about is still here. Most everybody. I love you guys. Okay, so let me just double check that there aren't questions now that it decided to let me have something. Okay, done. Open answers, open questions. Linda, we're going to talk about that. Athena, thank you. Athena, thank you. She's testing the links and good job. Okay, cool. Nothing earth-shattering there. Okay, guys, I really appreciate you sharing this with me. I thought it was fun. What I learned is not to wear a long sleeve shirt because all the doors and windows are closed, so my virtual background doesn't blow around, and it's hot here. So I look forward to talking to you in some way or something soon. But in the meantime, remember that you are creating your life, and own your power and create your life the way you want to create it, the way you want to have it, and make your biggest question be, what would I love? And I will look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks so much.
Love you. Great job.
Love you. Thank you. And I'll figure out how to end us too, maybe.
You just hit
Maybe. Oh, I just made you huge. Okay.